Had to put my hoodie on for this one, y'all. A wise poet named Eminem once had a line in the, it was a song called The Real Slim Shady. I'm pretty sure some of y'all heard of that. Where he said, Will Smith don't have to curse in his raps to sell records. Well, I do, so bleep him and bleep you too. Oh, such a beautiful line. Well, this same sentiment, man, this is how I feel when I hear other contractors and people say, don't take deposits. I'm like, the idea contractor X says, oh, well, all my customers pay me on time and I don't ever have to take deposits. And I don't even think you should take deposits because you should just fund the whole $40,000 addition and then after they're finished, then you get paid. And I say, well, I do. So bleep him. And it's Daryl, also known as the Finisher. I'm back. Hey, I try to keep it clean, all right? But in all seriousness, I don't understand the idea of not only not taking deposits, but looking down on people who do. The biggest reason why I think everybody should always take deposits is liability. Like, I don't know. I even try to think, I'm being dead serious when I say that if you have a legitimate reason, you have a reason why you think people shouldn't take deposits, put it in the comments, say it, because I can't figure it out. I even try to think like what businesses take 100% liability. Like, why would anybody do that? And just roll the dice and say, hey man, I'm a good judge of character and I know these customers are gonna pay me. It's just hard for me to understand it. I just passed a pizza place. They do. You eat your pizza and then you pay afterwards. Yep, a whole $20, man. They'll front you on that. But what you're not seeing on the other end is that if anybody knows anything about the restaurant industry or retail, that it's built into their price. The loss is just they know they're going to lose a certain amount of money every year. They're going to lose a certain amount of burgers. Somebody's going to drop a burger on the floor. Somebody's going to send the burger back. Somebody's going to walk out on the bill of the pizza and just walk out. They know there's a percentage. So they factor that into how much they charge. They know they're going to lose a certain amount. So they're not taking the liability. They're charging you for it. In the area I'm in right now, I'm riding down the street. I'm looking to my left. There's a big old hospital. The hospital. They'll fund your existence. They'll do that. That's what I finally thought. The one place, the hospital, will fix you and then send you a bill. They're obligated by law. You can't come in there and broken in pieces and then just send you back out into the streets. That's the only business I can think of. I'm riding down the street right now. Fast food place? Nope. Gotta pay before you get your burger. Gas station? Nope. You can't get gas and then pay. You gotta pay and then get the gas. I don't know. I'm looking at a car dealership. Nope. You gotta pay. You gotta pay first. You don't just get the car and then you pay it later. Or you can, that's considered financing, but that means somebody else paid it for you. The dealership got their money. They didn't take liability. And if you're talking about the bank, you are not a bank. You're not a bank. You can, in your mind, think you are. You got 100,000 in the bank. Think you rich. Think you rich all you want. People have lost way more than 100,000 quick. So no, they're not taking 100% liability. I'm like, who's doing that? I don't know. I don't know any other industry and why it would be a badge of honor. Like, why go to Lowe's or you go to Lowe's to get some work done or a Home Depot, not only you pay a deposit, you pay all the work up front. You pay 100% up front. There is no deposit. I get it if you're talking about small jobs, okay? Like if you're talking about so I do small installs sometimes, like a dishwasher or something like that. I won't take a deposit on that because it's so small. But there was a time when I first started out, I was like, okay, I'm taking deposits on anything over 1,000. Man, that's all the way down to 200 now because I had so many people that would waste my time. They schedule it, get there, and then all of a sudden they don't want to do it. They didn't even buy the stuff. I had people who I showed up and they forgot about that I was coming. But when they pay a deposit, you better believe. And this is for the customers too, to understand why. It could destroy your business. everybody in this that's doing this is not sitting on $100,000, in the bank, and they got all kind of money. And even if you were, you just want to donate that to a customer, possibly. I don't. I have no desire to do that. And I have some great customers, but we have an understanding. We even talk about it sometimes. They talk to me about issues they have with contractors. I've talked to them about issues I've had with contractors. We're all at an understanding. So it's not even a question about getting a deposit, or them paying for their materials. Like, it's their materials. Like, that's the even bigger thing I don't get. It's not my stuff, it's their stuff. Like, if you met somebody today and you walking down the street and somebody was like, my car just broke down and it needs a new engine. You mind giving me the money for the engine, and then, but I'll, pay it back to you? Would you would you be like, yeah, sure, here's the money? No, because you don't know them. You have no idea who this person is. You can act all day like these customers, like they're all your best friends, or you can look into their soul or something like that. I have friends that have rental properties that people paid them for 3 years. They were great, had a great relationship, and all of a sudden they just stopped paying. And then you confront them about stop paying, then all of a sudden they act like they're your worst enemy. It don't matter how good a judge of character you are, things happen. Also, think about it like this. Like, life happens, right? What happens if you're in the middle of a project? Say you're you're finishing a basement, or you're building some kind of structure for somebody, right? Say it's a $10,000 project. And halfway through this project that you're funding out of your own pocket, for whatever reason, life happens to them, right? Family member gets sick, they lose their job, something happens. Then all of a sudden, paying you becomes the last at the bottom of their priority list. But they don't say nothing to you. They just let you keep going. And then until you're finished, and at the end, they say, man, they'll see what they can do, man, but they falling on hard times. What do you do then? You just eat it? I don't understand that. I don't get why would you just eat that? I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But I think, a lot of being in business is learning how to protect yourself. The whole point, things like an LLC is to protect you, to limit your liability. You do all that, go through all the steps to get insurance, to get all the stuff to limit the liability that you have, to then go out and put 100% liability into the job and just fund everything out of your own pocket. Taking all the liability, man, y'all just stop it. Don't let nobody convince you. Don't let nobody talk you into anything like that. It makes no sense. Not good business sense. I guess they'll like you more if that's what you're going for. Yeah, you can get a lien on somebody's property, on somebody. You can go get your mechanic's lien, and you can do that's great. How is that going to help you today? That job you just spent 3 weeks working on, and matter of fact, you're in the hole because of it. Not that you got money, you didn't get any of the money, and you spent money. You're in the hole because of it. That mechanic's lien is not going to help you out today. I know people whose whole businesses have went under. And everybody's not sitting on a mountain of cash. So I think it's a bad idea to not get deposits. And I don't even understand how it's an immoral thing where you got people literally sitting on, like Bill Simmons' term for that, people sitting on Mount Pius, just looking down, like with the arms folded, like, looking at people who get deposits, like, like it's something shady about it. What's shady about it? I'm already working. Think about that. I'm already working. I've done more work. By the time you give me the deposit, I did work already. I done came to your house. Me coming to your house and getting your measurements and doing all that, and doing a thorough walkthrough and breaking everything down on the estimate and all that. That's work. That's work. My get time, everything to get out there, just that. Going to get materials. If you do that, I don't really do that. You know what I mean? If I don't have to. But going to get materials and all that, it's work. What are we doing? How about let's not do that? All right, so I'm gonna take deposits. I don't know what you're gonna do. I'm gonna take deposits today, tomorrow, and I'm not a bad guy for it. You do what you do. Like I said, I'm not the oracle here, man. You know what I mean? I just know, and I know that. I know I'm not the oracle, so I don't act like I know who's gonna scam and who's not. I just get deposits from everybody. Unless it's under $200, I can eat that if need be. And I've actually had to eat that before. So, yeah, man, get to work in. I'll be coming with some videos with some action going on, man. We got a bunch of different stuff coming up. And stay tuned, man. It's gonna be a good ride. All right? So stay safe, be blessed.